All right, looking into your homework tonight, excuse my voice, of course. Problems number 1 through 6 are asking you if it is exponential and if it is to write the equation from that. Okay, so remember exponential means you add on the top and you multiply or divide on the bottom. Okay, so if I look at the first few, I'm going to go ahead and look at all of the x's and see we're adding 1 here, so that's good. Here you're adding 10. Here you're adding 3. Here you're adding 1. Here you're adding 1, and here you are subtracting 2. So the tops are all arithmetic, so we're good there. Okay, then I'm going to go and I'm going to look at the bottom. All right, so on the bottom here, you're going to notice that we're adding 3. So that means this is not geometric on the bottom, so it is not exponential. Okay, going over here to the second one, you're going to notice that we are multiplying times 0.5. Okay, so if I were to put that into my calculator now, and hit Stat Calc 0, it's going to give me 1 is my initial, 0.5 is going to be my factor, and then to the x. Okay, on number 3, you're going to have to figure this one out by dividing. Remember, we do 12 divided by 16, and that's going to give you 0.75. So I do know that this is also exponential. And that's going to give me y equals 21.3 times 0.97 to the x. All right, now over here, number 4, it gave y'all some errors in class today. So I want to talk about that one. It does give you an error if you try to use the calculator, so I'm just going to write it out. We're going to use this as our initial here, because if you notice, the 1 right here came from when x was 0, so 1 is going to be my outside number, and we're going to notice every time that we're multiplying by -2. So that's the equation we're actually going to use. You can only do that if they give you that 0 value, and the calculator won't work with you. Okay, number 5, these are not changing, so that one's going to be another no. And here they are dividing by 2, so that's the same thing as 1/2. Okay, and this one's going to give you 5.66 times 1.41 to the x. All right, number 7 and number 8, the amount of money that's spent at Cross Creek Mall continues to increase. The total in millions of dollars can be estimated by the function 12 times 1.12 to the x. X is the number of years after 2005. What is the estimated amount of sales for 2017? So the difference right here is going to be 12. So that means we're going to raise that to the 12th power. And that's going to give me 46.75. And remember, that is in millions. Okay, and then what does the y-intercept mean? Okay, well, the y-intercept means your x value is 0. Okay, so if we were to plug in 0, okay, anything to the 0 power, remember, gives us 1. So that gives us 12. 12 is our y-intercept, which is also our initial here. So that would be the amount of money that Cross Creek Mall spent in 2005. Okay, number 9, they gave you the equation 20 times 1.1 to the x. X is the number of weeks. They want to work up to 50 miles per week. What's the first week? The total will be 50 miles or more. So we're going to go to y equals for that one. And we're going to type that in. And then we're going to hit second window. Okay, and we're going to start at 0. Second graph, okay, and we want to be greater than 50 miles. So that's going to be at 10. All right, number 10, 2017, a farmer buys a tractor for $150,000. 1 minus 0.13 to the x. Okay, So it wants to be less than half of its original value. Well, half of 150 is going to be 75,000. So again, we're going to go to y equals, and we're going to type that in, 150,000. 1 minus 0.13 is the same thing as 0.87 to the x, second window. Okay, we're going to start at 0, second graph. So less than 75,000 is going to be at 5, but that's 5 years from 2017, so that's going to be 2022. All right, so that was all your calculator stuff. Then we're going to move over to the right side. Okay, I'm not going to do all of these. I'm going to do several of them, but not all of them. Okay, 20x plus 42 is your final perimeter. You've got two of your lengths, so that's going to give you 16x plus 14 and two widths. So when you solve here, you're going to get 4x, and then whatever 42 minus 14 is, that's going to be 28. And then you divide by 2, and your width is actually going to equal 2x plus 14. Okay. Now, it also asks for the area here. So we know that our length is 8x plus 7. And now our width is 2x plus 14. So when we multiply that out, that's going to give us 16x squared plus 112x plus 14x plus 98. And combine your like terms, and your area is going to be 16x squared plus 126x plus 98. So please make sure you multiply that at the end. We didn't do one like that in class today, but you should know the area of a rectangle is length times width, and you know how to multiply binomials. Okay, so that's the same you're going to do for 12 and 13. All right, and then 14 is our first triangle problem, so we're going to draw an isosceles triangle. We know these two sides are going to be the same. Okay, the base is 2 less than 3 times the length. So these two are x, and then 3x minus 2. Add that up. And x would equal 7. But x is the congruent sides, or the same sides. You want the base, so we're going to have to go back in and say 3 times 7 minus 2, which is going to give me 19. Okay, number 15 will be the same. Number 16 will be the same. And number 17 is the same.